Hi everybody, I'm Amanda the G. This one's a little bit different, but it's time for bullshit. If you're wondering about this, I'll give you an update later in the video. Since this is going up on election day, this COBS has a little bit of an election day twist. I went on Tinder and did something that I never ever do, which is swipe right on people, and I swiped right without looking at people for the first however many it lets you swipe right on, and then went ahead and copied and pasted a message and told all of them to go ahead and go vote, and also to remember that it was too late to mail in their vote. So let's see the responses that I got, and I will start by saying the vast majority of responses were nothing. I also got a chunk of people who let me know that they had already voted or what their plan for voting was, and some of them who they were voting for. Very kind and responsible of you. Hopefully people listen and follow by your lead. Weird. What? To which I responded, vote, there is an election. I hope this isn't new info, because I was a little bit scared at that point. And then I got, so not looking for anyone. Okay, thanks for time. That's the only reason you're on here, huh? That's a bummer. That's sneaky. I like it. At least you aren't asking me if I'm registered. That would have been pretty devious. Alas, I have voted already. This one is gold. Don't use Tinder for your own personal agenda, wasting my time. I believe the entire purpose of this app is personal agenda. Oh, I see you're a Democrat. Aren't you guys the ones that are for safe spaces and Black Lives Matter burning down cities? So that escalated really fast, but like literally Tinder is just for personal agenda. What else are dating sites about? Cool, guess thanks for wasting my time when I thought you wanted to chat. That's really not very smart. We need more educated voters, not more votes. Silly. Let me guess, you're a Democrats. Democrats aren't very smart, generally speak. Haha, are ya? Russia? Hello, I get it's great for you, not so much for us here. I did respond to that person to let them know I'm not a bot. I voted, do some pull-ups, back looks good but lacking in the lats. One or half of one is better than nothing, which is referring to this picture and also, like, fuck you, dude. Good deal, good on you for doing. Wow, really? Thanks, go Trump. Oh nice, good on you for doing this, already taking off Tuesday from work. Hashtag riding with Biden, and then the emoji with the sunglasses. Oh, well, thank you. And then the gif where Homer goes backwards through a hedge that says, oh, okay. And so my heart sinks. Well, thanks for the reminder. I was hoping you were actually interested in me. Emoji my phone doesn't recognize, mail. Ha ha ha. Wow, well, thank you. Doing some thumb work to try and influence the election, huh? I did want to vote by mail, but I'll be going to the polls. Peace sign. Oh God, space exclamation point. No, sir. There is a separation of church and state. Dang it, I thought you wanted to know my secrets. I'm voting tomorrow in person. Absentee in person. Hey there, Amanda. Thanks for the heads up. I haven't missed an election yet, and I definitely won't be missing this one. So is that all you swiped right for? That's quite an entrance. Thanks you for reminder, winky face. How are you? Just wanted to let you know I'm voting for Kanye. Lol, how are you doing, pretty lady? Lol, cute. How tall are you? You're so cute. You there. I vote you're in. So that's a smattering of the responses that I got. You will notice that the people who said who they were voting for, the only ones that were mean to me were voting for Trump or insinuated that I was a Democrat because I was asking people to vote. And I really don't think that that represents all Trump voters or all Republicans, but can you just think for a second that someone asking someone to vote made someone else immediately think you must not be Republican? And maybe if you are Republican, maybe you should be working to get that message that's in people's heads out of their heads, because the Republican Party should not be about voter suppression to win. It should be about being fiscally conservative, because that's the whole backing of the Republican Party, or at least it should be the backing of the Republican Party, is states' rights. States have the right to do the most things, small government and fiscally conservative. But you know, what do I know? That's just the civics that I grew up with, and clearly that is not the world that we are living in today, and we will find out what the world we are going to be living in 2021 will be at some point. But for right now, we don't know. And thanks for watching this video. Stay fresh, cheese bags. For the update on the hand, I did not forget, I put it at the end because I figured the only people who would care would watch until the end of the video. So, It is buddy taped right now to its new best friend, my middle finger, and this is done on a doctor recommendation. We don't know what's wrong. It's still incredibly swollen. It hurts so incredibly bad right now because I'm moving it, because I'm supposed to move it, and oh my god, it hurts. But basically I did one of three things. I either have a bone bruise to the metacarpal head, which is this bone right here, and really in the joint, the bruise, or I have damaged the joint capsule, or I have a longitudinal, so like this way, lateral, longitudinal, whatever, slice in my sagittal band. So basically, I have to decide if I'm going to have surgery or not, because if it's the bone, they can't do anything, and if it's the other two, they would repair it by surgery. So the plan my doctor and I came up with is we're gonna buddy tape, and we're gonna try and use it for a couple of weeks, and if it gets back to the level of pain that it was when it was in the brace, then it's a bone, and it'll just heal when it heals. And if it gets worse repeatedly for several weeks, then I'm gonna go ahead and have her slice me open and fix it. So, in case you wanted to know the update, it still sucks. I'm not happy about it. It still hurts just as bad as it did 2 months ago, and now actually even a little bit worse because now I have to move it, and I hate this. But that's where we're at.